can remember being at seminary and being asked, across the table at, I believe it was Outback Steakhouse, and I was sitting with people who I met for the very first time, who were from like all different walks of life and from different states, everywhere. And my brother, Kerry Turk, from the Palace House, shout out Kerry, Texas, yay. And I remember him looking over at me at the table, as nervous as I was, being amongst these most honorable people. I was like, Lord, please let me get the words right. Let me say things right. And I remember him asking me, Jewel, what is your proclamation? And just as sure as I didn't have to think about what was going to come out my mouth, the word liberty came. And it was indeed freedom. It was indeed liberty. I believe God has done a lot of things for me in my life. He has empowered me. He's healed me. He's made me safe. And most of all, he has set me completely free. So I know that it is my duty to proclaim liberty among the captives. I know it to be true. I know it to be God. I know it to be what he wants people to know on this earth, that you can be completely set free in Jesus Christ. You can be completely liberated from bondage. Bondage from where? The bondage from man, the bondage of religion, the bondage of, other people's control over your lives. Through Jesus Christ, you have been made free. And I know without a shadow of a doubt today that that is what I have been sitting here to proclaim to you. So outreach. So our outreach is centered around a place of worship, being committed to reaching out so God can reach in and meet the needs of his people. I do believe that, today that a lot of outreach can be misinterpreted as in-reach when we talk about, the place of the church and, the responsibility of the church in terms of meeting the needs of people everywhere. And that's kind of where it all came from, was that I definitely want Liberty to be a place of worship committed to reaching out so God can reach in and meet the needs of his people. I love people. I have a passion for people. I love all different types of people. I just love people. We're God's people. We're the sheep of his pasture. And it just kind of stems, and I want to give shout outs and kudos to my girl Sierra at CC Designs, who did this logo just so beautifully, and I wanted to share it with you so you could kind of get the concept, is that it is, a place of worship committed to reaching out. So here we are reaching out, hands wide open, so God can reach in. So, the cross is symbolic of the relationship between God and man, and just how Jesus, this shining light, I don't know if you can see it, is at the center of everything. And we're going to get into the center in a minute, but it's a place of worship committed to reaching out into the world so God can reach in. So it's like this relationship here where we can reach out, God reaches back in, we reach for him, he reaches for us. One of the things that I think that isn't often spoken is that God needs us just as much as we need him. We are to be his hands and we are to be his feet in the earth. So one only way to do that is that when we come out of the walls of our church assemblies and our places of worship, and we come out and be amongst the people. So you'll definitely find that at Liberty. You're always welcome here. I'm very into participation versus membership. I don't seek your hand in membership more than I'm seeking for you to participate in the already completed finished work of Jesus Christ. We're all in his body, one body. So we want to come together and we want to outreach, and outreach for real at Liberty Outreach Center. The center. Do you hear that? Jesus at the center of it all. It's so fitting that when you talk about liberty and you talk about freedom, there's a few chapters over there in the book of Galatians that, I thought God may have wanted me to use. And so one night I was sitting and I was reading my word, And, I came across 2 Corinthians chapter 3. It speaks to the absolute heart of me in so many ways, in that Jesus is the center of it all. Liberty Outreach Center, the whole centerpiece in the name of this place of worship that absolutely belongs to God, is that Jesus is supposed to be the center. I didn't mean it as center being building, but that Jesus at the center. He's the center of it all. And I know that 2 Corinthians 3:17, which is our theme scripture, is, now the Lord is that spirit. And what I've found to be is that the spirit of the Lord is at our center. And that's what connects us. That's what, as long as he's at our center, we will always be all right. So let me get back to it. Now the Lord is that spirit. And where the spirit of the Lord is, there is liberty, right? So it was indeed, wherever the spirit of the Lord is, that's where the center is. And then that's where he let me know that I want to come back to being the center. He wants to come back to take center stage. He wants to come back to getting all of the glory. He wants to come back to being the one and only one that we all look to, from the pulpit to the door, as the center of our lives, the center of our hearts, the center of our worship, the center of our lives. And indeed, I just want Jesus to be at the center. It's the heart of us being Christ-centered, is knowing that as long as the Spirit of God rests in us, the Spirit, that Spirit, the Spirit of the living God, he's not dead. He's very much alive. He's very much a well in our lives, live and a well in our lives. And I'm just excited about him coming back to being the center. There is an awakening, people, and it's Jesus at the center. He'll definitely be at Liberty Outreach Center, because he's in the center of all of this. We're going to keep him there.